Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea and today I am moving to Paris. So I actually got a job again working in Disneyland Paris as a performer, and today I am moving all my stuff over to Paris. So this is, oh sorry for that lighting, I don't know why it does that like buzzy thing. Anyway, this is what my lounge currently looks like. I'm bringing this suitcase. This is gonna have some foodie bits in it, and I'm also bringing this backpack, which I'm packing right now. That suitcase is broken, so I can't use that. That one is packed for me to bring either in a few weeks or for someone else to bring, and then I have 2 parcels ready to post. So yeah, it's been a fun time packing. Made it through security, no issues. Thankfully, we've got 2 huge suitcases. This is going to be tricky. There's like train strikes and everything as well, and my train was cancelled or delayed by over an hour. The lady said it was going to be, so I had to drive to another station this morning. Luckily I left with plenty of time, so I was fine. Got to St. Pancras. Had time for a coffee. My mum came with me, thankfully, because I've got 2 suitcases, so it's going to be a fun rest of the day, but she was a big help this morning. And now I'm on my own, just waiting for my train. It actually goes to Lille first. And it's in like half an hour. It says please await boarding, so I've got some time to chill, but this is going to be a stressful day. The funny thing is as well is that I have a whole extra suitcase at home that I've packed for things that I'm going to bring at a later date, and that doesn't even include like any of like my summer things in it as well. So why do I have so much stuff? I don't even know what it all is, but to be fair, I have packed like blankets and a dressing gown. I've got the essentials. This isn't even everything. It's gonna be fun to bring everything over slowly. I'm so warm. I have like 3 coats that I'm just like holding on to because I couldn't pack them. So here on the train I'm trying to say that the person next to me smelled so bad. It was an awful train ride from as soon as I arrived in France, basically as soon as I switched trains. That last hour or hour and a half, however long it is, was awful. The person next to me smelled so bad. Wow, I finally made it. It's oh, okay, that was not actually such a bad journey. It went very smoothly, other than this morning my train was cancelled because of the train strikes. There's always train strikes. Other than the first leg of the journey with the train strikes and the cancellation, I still made it to St. Pancras with plenty of time, and everything else went so smoothly from there. I'm out of breath because I have a lot of luggage. But I mean, if you're interested in what the accommodation looks like for Disney housing, I'll show you now. I'm just gonna move my bags so that I'm not completely in the way. Basically, this is like accommodation that you'll get if you're on like a fixed term contract, or if you're on basically a contract with no end date. And then if there's no housing for you, they'll put you in temporary housing, which is what this is for me. So I'm not here permanently, but I still haven't caught my breath. So yeah, I'm not here permanently, but this is my temporary accommodation. So I'll show you what it's like. So you have the door, and then this is the entrance. Random little shelves. This is, oh, my cupboard. Oh, and I get a mop and a broom. Nice. Hangers, loads of storage. That's good. And then I have a kitchen here. This is very similar to what I had last time. Don't know what that is in the microwave. It's like a, don't really know. It comes empty, but there's like all the stuff is over there on the table for you. I think there's like, oh, that's not even a real drawer. Oh, nice bin. okay, so there is recycling and more, which is good. Nice. Cupboards. Oh, fridge opens from that side. Fridge. This is the little freezer. Hob with 2 things. Oh nice, it comes with, oh my gosh, it comes with washing up liquid, that's handy. A sponge, bin bags. That's like a for your first day kind of kit. Nice, that's handy. And then over here, it has this for the drawer. You get 2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 sharper knives and 2 normal knives, 2 spoons, bottle opener with a cork thing and whatever that is, 2 mugs. I think there's 2 of every, oh, I've only got 1 bowl. I need to tell them that because I don't want to be charged. So 1 bowl, 2 little plates, 2 bigger plates and then 2 big plates. A small saucepan, a big saucepan and a frying pan. A spatula, a spoon, a chopping board, 2 glasses, a heat mat, a mixing bowl and a colander. Nice. And then I also have like a little lamp. This is my bed. Oh look, there's storage under the bed as well. Beautiful. Lots of storage in this little apartment. And then the bathroom, I'm guessing, is this room. Nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh my gosh. Hey. So yeah, more storage here. A little bin, the sink, nice big mirror with a light, shower, et la toilette. So there we are. I've moved back to France. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. Honestly, it could be anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. I doubt I'll stay any longer than like 2 years, but I have considered the option of staying until summer 2025 and then potentially longer if Frozen Land opens, so we'll see. But it also could only be like 6 months, so we'll see. We'll see how I go. I really have no idea how long I'm going to be here, but it feels good to be back. I'm very excited to start. I came a day early, so I have tomorrow to just do admin things. I'm gonna go to the shop and buy food. I'm gonna eat out tonight because I just can't be bothered to do it today. But yeah, I actually got the bus here. So I planned to get an Uber here, but when I was in the train station, I couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. It was like saying that it was connected, but it just wasn't working. So I went outside and asked the taxi, how much is it to this accommodation? And he said, it'll be 20 euros. And I was like, oh, okay, no, don't worry, I'll get an Uber. I was like, I'll figure out the Wi-Fi. And he was like, oh, okay, 15. And I was like, okay, like Uber's like 12, 13. So I was like, for the ease of not connecting to the internet, I'll pay 15 euros. And then I asked if he took card and he was like, oh no, cash only. What taxi doesn't take card nowadays? Like, no one has cash. But anyway, so I was like, oh, okay, no, I won't. And then I saw the bus that I needed to take, and like I just didn't really want to take the bus because I hate buses and I hate waiting for the bus. But then I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna take the bus. And then I got on the bus and he was like, oh yeah, the card machine's broken. I was like, okay, well I don't have cash, what do I do? I had 50 cents in my purse. I have English money, but that's no use here. And so I was like, I don't have any money. I have like my old Navigo. Can I top it up on the bus? Like I knew that you couldn't top it up, but I was like, he was like, oh yeah, tap it. And I was like, it doesn't have any money on it. Like this is like the Navigo is like an Oyster card in London, or like it's like just your travel card for Paris. It obviously wasn't gonna work because I hadn't topped it up, but I tapped it anyway and I was like, oh no, it doesn't work. And I was like, are you sure I can't pay by card? And he was like, oh no, sorry, but just don't worry, just get on. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then like a lady was like giving me 2 euros and she was like, here, take this. And I was like, no, it's okay. He's just said that I can have it for free, so I don't want to take your money. But then she was like, no, take it. And I was like, okay, here's 2 euros. And he was like, no. And I was like, such a cute little faff moment, but a very grateful one that like people are willing to help like that. And I feel like it's good karma because I did that for someone when I was in Nobody's Child. They got to the till, there was like a really good sale. They were like buying a pair of jeans for like £5. And they got to the till and they couldn't pay with their actual card. they had to like input the details. I don't know what the issue was, but she was like, oh, then I'll pay in cash, but they didn't have any change, so she needed £5 exactly. She only had a 10, and then she pulled out £4, and she was like, oh, I don't have the last pound. And I was like, I've got £1, you can have this. So I feel like that lady offering me that €2 on the bus was like a good karma, like coming from that moment that I helped someone else. So that was nice, but in the end the bus driver was like, no, it's fine, just get on. So that was nice. Anyway, that's my travel story over. I sat next to someone who smelled awful on the train. It was a horrendous last hour. He smelled bad and I just kept getting wafts of it, and oh my god, I felt ill. People shouldn't be allowed on trains when they smell that bad. It's like smelly food as well. Like, how in your mind does buying a tuna sandwich sound like a good idea when you're about to get on an enclosed vehicle with other people? Like, it just doesn't sound like a good idea. Like egg mayonnaise, tuna, like they should be banned from trains and planes. Anyway, that's my rant over. I've had actually a very easy journey here. And now I don't even know if I want to unpack while I'm in this accommodation, because I hate packing and I don't want to pack again in a few weeks. Like, I literally could be here for a couple of days up to like a couple of weeks, or maybe even a month, I don't know. So I really don't want to unpack, just in case, because I really hate packing. This is my next dilemma that I need to sort out. I probably will unpack just because then life is easier, but maybe not fully. Maybe I'll just unpack some clothes and yeah, just some clothes. I don't even know if I'm going to do that today. What I want to do is shower because I am sweaty and disgusting. So yes, I don't really know where this vlog is going, honestly. I actually started filming this vlog like halfway through the journey. I don't know. It's been a up and down roller coaster as to whether I was even going to film a moving vlog. So I'm not really sure where I'm going with it. Maybe I'll do like a first couple of days in Paris vlog. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's for me to figure out. You're gonna find out in about 2 seconds. So here is now a little montage of my first 2.5 months in Paris. Sweet loving, or if you're looking for someone who won't pretend, don't go looking, babe, here I am. Why just crawl when you could be flying? Life's just a flash, forever dying. The shortest space between hell and goodbye. There ain't no use to sit around crying for all I know. And this is me packing up my room in La Brosserie. I made quite a mess, eventually got it all tidied away, and then I quickly showed you another quick little room tour after I'd cleaned the apartment, and this is how I left it for the exit meeting that we have. And then now this is my new apartment in Alfie in Bailly Roman Villas. That's not how you pronounce it in French, but that is how I say it. So this is all the stuff it comes with in the apartment. This is the bathroom. Had a nice built-in wardrobe with lots of space. And then this was the bed. Unfortunately, it was a single bed, but it had loads of storage here. A table, 2 chairs, and I moved the whole room around. And this is me unpacking. So then here is another montage of the next 6, 7, 8 months of my life in Paris until I moved. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive. So now it is June and I am moving out of my apartment in Bailly. Again, I'm just showing you around the apartment quickly after I had cleaned it.
and I was ready to go. So when I leave these places, I make sure that I clean everything properly. So I cleaned inside the fridge, inside the cupboards, I mopped everywhere, swept everywhere, wiped down all the surfaces, the skirting boards and everything, because they can sometimes be quite fussy with giving you deposits back if it's not perfectly clean. So this was actually the night before I left. I was actually woken up the next morning by keys in my door an hour before I had to leave, to cleaners coming in, and I sleep naked, so I wrapped myself in my duvet, ran to the door. Luckily I sleep with my keys in my door, so they couldn't get in. And I was like, what is going on? They were like, oh, you were supposed to have gone. And I was like, no, I have another hour. So that was not a nice last morning there. But yes, this is what my room looks like in the end. This is how I left it with all the bedding folded up on the bed. And then this is me moving into my new bedroom.
Good morning, everybody. Well, actually, I think it's afternoon. Oh, yeah, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I clearly have moved again. I am still living in France. I have actually been in France for over a year and a half now. It's crazy. It was quite funny. I started editing this video and then I thought, actually, I'm gonna do a full, like, everywhere that I've lived in France so far kind of video. Yes, I've now been here for a year and a half. At the beginning of this video I said that I could be here anywhere from 6 months up to 2 years, and I was really thinking of 2 years being like a maximum. But here we are a year and a half later, and I have no plans to leave anytime soon. I am really enjoying being in France. I've sort of made like a little life here. I'm in a different apartment, like my own like actual apartment. It's so comfortable here. I really enjoy living here. And I wanted to show you this apartment as well as the other two. So the other two that I've shown you so far are, the first one, as I explained, is either if you're on a like date-to-date contract, then you'll live either there or another one, which are both very, very similar. And then the second one that I showed was actually, I think I actually just filmed it quickly on the day that I was moving out, and that is one of the Alfie residences that you might be putting in Disney. They've actually updated the furniture now, so it's not bright yellow and green. It's so much nicer. I haven't seen it in person, but I have seen pictures of it. So that's a lot nicer now, but I did still show you my apartment, what it looked like on the day that I was leaving, just so you can kind of get an idea for like size and stuff. And that's a permanent accommodation. The temporary accommodation that I was in, because I'm on a open-ended contract, I was only there for a little while. I thought I would only be there for a few days, up to maximum like 2 weeks. I was there for 2.5 months, and I paid, I want to say it was about 400 a month. I could be very wrong. Hopefully I said that already in the video. In the second accommodation, I want to say I paid about 520 euros a month, I think, and that I stayed there for about 7 or 8 months in the end, and then I moved here almost a year ago. So I've been living in this apartment since June. It's now currently April, so I've been here a while. I am gonna have to be moving soon because the landlord is coming home, unfortunately, which means that I am gonna have to leave. It is what it is. I knew that that was going to happen when I moved in here. I was hoping it would be a little bit longer, but it is what it is. So I'm currently looking for a new apartment, but I thought that I would show you this one because I absolutely love it. I pay 550 euros a month to live here. That's not including electricity or insurance, so I pay an extra 8 euros for insurance and an extra, it works out around 20 euros a month for electricity. That's like split though between me and my roommate. It's about 43 on average a month. So yeah, we pay about extra 20 each, so I pay in total about 580 euros to live here. I totally think it's worth it to move into your own place as soon as you can. If you're living in Disney residences, like everything changed when I moved. I am so much happier here. So I am going to show you this. Just bear in mind that if you are going to be moving into an apartment in the area, it's probably not gonna be as nice as this one. I've accepted that when I move, I'm not gonna live in such a nice apartment. It's still gonna be decent. You can still find some nice places in the area, but I did get particularly lucky with this place. I'm paying a lot less than I should be to live here, really. And yes, I'm very spoiled living here, so I'm very, 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 very grateful that I was able to live here for the year. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be moving soon, but I've really, really, really enjoyed my time here. So I'm gonna show you around quickly. So we have our door with all my coats, a couple of Rosalie's. I do have a roommate here, her name is Rosalie. We have like this little shoe thing. Yeah, that's all my coats. I have a lot of coats, okay? We have a nice shoe rack, love it. Down here I keep my bag for work, my lunchbox and stuff. In here is the bathroom. So we have a very nice bathroom. We have like shelves each. We have like a bath shower, which is really nice, and a couple of shelves each. So yeah, I can have baths in this apartment, which is very, very nice. Just a cupboard. This is a washer dryer. I'm very, very, very spoiled to have a dryer, I know that. I'm gonna make the most of it while I still have it, because I will be moving out probably within about a month. And then we have like these things here as well. Toilet. Just your average bathroom. And then we come this way. This is my bedroom. I have the bigger room, so my roommate Rosalie pays a little bit less. I think she pays $525, not including bills. Okay, I want to show you something with my room. I lucked out. I love this room, it's so cool. So here I have this little thing that is a remote for, oops, I accidentally turned them on, a remote for the lights. So I can turn my lights out from bed. So like I get into bed every night with this remote on the bedside table, turn it out from in bed, it's perfect. Now watch above here when I press on. Oh my god, it's so cool. But wait, I press it again, it dims. I press it again, it brightens to like a different shade, and like we have like different shades. It's so cool. And then I can make it darker, I can make it lighter. I should probably show you this in the dark, but here we are, it's daytime. I'm obsessed. That is, I think, my favorite thing about this room. I have some shelves. They left plants. I don't know if these were the owner's plants or the person who lived here before me, but they really shouldn't have left them to me, because this one is fully dead. It's just crispy. This one is semi-alive, but she's not doing well. And then, oh, the cupboards are really cool as well. Let me show you. There are lights inside the cupboard as well, which is just so cool. I have a lot of hanging space. I have like loads of drawers, and then down here like some little like tray things. I don't know, it's cool. I love this wardrobe. And then this one, I have so many shelves that I can use. The bottom one isn't my stuff, and the top one behind the lounge light is not my stuff, but the other shelves are all mine. And they pull out, which makes it really easy to find things. I love it. I have this wardrobe, which again has a light as you open it. And yeah, more storage up there. That's none of my stuff up there. But like I could hang things in here if I wanted, but I've used it as like a kind of like a dressing table, so I have like all of like my products and makeup and all of that stuff on here. My books. Oh, these were gifts from a guest, which is so cute. So obviously Rapunzel got one, but then Rapunzel met the same guests twice, so she got Tiana's one as well, because they hadn't met Tiana and they wanted to give her another gift, because all the other princesses that day got one, but obviously they'd already given Rapunzel hers, so they gave her Tiana's one. And I love them because Rapunzel and Tiana are my two favorite princesses. And then I just have here these like little like trays to pull out, and like these storage boxes came in the apartment, which I love, and like these little things just have my makeup and hair things on there, and then like stationery and gifts from guests. So yeah, just a load of random stuff on that one. This one is so that you can hang things. I just put my hot water bottles in there, and then loads more space for storage down the bottom. This one does also open, but I'm not going to open it because that's not my stuff. That is the landlord's stuff. The hammock is ripped. I am so sad about that, but we did have a hammock. It's a real shame because it was already broken when we moved in, and I had planned to try and sew it up, and I might still try, but I genuinely don't know if I can fix that. And I mean, like, it was already pretty broken. Like, they've already patched up a bit, and then like there was already another hole forming as well. It was a decent sized hole as well. Like, I didn't make the hole. I also didn't do this. I had some friends over and I said, one of them went out on the balcony and he was like, oh my gosh, you have a hammock. And I was like, yes we do, don't sit in it because it's broken and I want to fix it. And he came in and he was like, I'm sorry, I broke your hammock. So it's a real shame because I think I've laid in this hammock like maximum twice because it was broken, so I didn't want to make it worse, and then someone ripped it anyway, so really annoying. This is the rest of our balcony, which is very nice. So yeah, it's my bed. I have like loads of like under bed storage as well, so ignore the toilet rolls. I teach English in a school as well while I'm here, and we're going to be doing things with toilet rolls, so I'm collecting toilet rolls. But yeah, like there's 4 of these drawers under my bed, which is amazing. I have so much storage in this room. And like my little bedside tables. This bed is huge as well. It's a king size bed, which is so nice. I'm gonna miss this room so much. Oh, and I also have this little thing down here, which normally just collects clothes on top, but I tidied up for you so that it's nice and tidy. And then like underneath I've just got a couple weights and slippers and stuff. So yeah, that's my bedroom. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed. So sad to be moving. Ignore the washing, that is my roommate's washing. So I'm just leaving it up. But this is our lounge. Let me turn on the light so you can see it a little bit. No, didn't do anything. It's cool lights though. I've put up like some fairy lights so that when we watch TV in the evening, we've got these little fairy lights. The TV is a projector, so it projects onto this blank wall, which is amazing. These aren't any of our like books. This all came with the apartment, but it makes it really nice and homely. That is my guitar. We have a real nice sofa, which pulls out into a sofa bed. Coffee table, regular table. This table actually pulls out as well, which makes it huge. And we have a really nice kitchen as well. So have an oven, which is literally so much nicer than living in those little residences that Disney provide, because you don't get an oven. But yeah, this is our kitchen. It came with like all of these utensils as well. Like I've put a couple in there as well, like spatulas and spoons and stuff. And then like, again, the cupboards are really cool. So like they pull out like this, and we didn't have to provide any of these. Like some of the bowls and stuff is mine, but yeah. And then like cutlery, nice sink. The sink's really cool because you have this, you press this and it changes. Ah shit, sometimes it gets stuck. All right, and then we have the draining board, kettle. The water in France is horrible, so if you are moving to France, I'd recommend this for your kettle. Just get like a tea strainer and use it to pour the water through, because like even sometimes like when the kettles, like it's not enough to not get the scale come out. We also have like a water filter because the water here is so bad. And then we have a dishwasher, which is amazing. We have a real good sized fridge, freezer, which is so much nicer because in the resis you literally get like the equivalent of 1 drawer, if that. Honestly, they're tiny in resi. And then we also have a pantry in here. A lot of the stuff in here is not ours, like of course like all of this is like the landlords and stuff, and all of this down here we have like a couple of shelves for like our food. We have another fridge. We are literally so spoiled. Barely use this fridge, and there's a freezer down here as well. Cleaning supplies, we have a trolley. This is my toaster. I have a kettle in here somewhere as well. It's down there, which I'll take with me when I leave. And my blender. This is mine and Rosalie's air fryer. But like the blender came with the apartment. It was so good. So yeah, that was a little bit more in depth than I had planned to show you of this apartment, but honestly I love this apartment so much. I don't want to leave, and I just wanted to show you just how freaking nice it is, that I have been so lucky to live here. But yeah, I love this apartment. I am so sad to be leaving. So yeah, I got my own apartment. I am very close to Disney, so it's actually walkable distance to work, which is amazing. I can get the bus if I want to, but I also have a bike. In this apartment building there's like a little bike shed downstairs, which is amazing. It's like an inside one as well, so it's perfect. So my bike is like nice and warm in the winter, and yeah, I love this apartment so much. I'm so sad to be leaving, but yeah, that's life. My experience this time with Disney accommodation for La Boiserie, which was the temporary accommodation that I was in, I had a really good experience there. I thought it was really nice. I hated taking the bus. You do have to take the bus to Disney, which is annoying, because I hate having to rely on the bus to get to work and like having to go earlier than I need to because there's not enough buses. Like buses on the weekend are a bit of a nightmare sometimes, but you know, it is what it is. You can survive there, it's fine. But that's really the only downside that I had. The actual accommodation was really lovely. I felt really safe there because like they're very strict on visitors. Annoyingly, you can't have people stay over there. So that is a downside to it. And in Alfie, you can have people stay there, but you have to pay 10 euros a night, which is so silly. You also only have a single bed, so like you've got to figure out bed situation, so that's also annoying. A lot of people do have their friends stay over and haven't been caught, but some people have had their friends stay over and have been caught, like when they haven't let them know and haven't paid the 10 euros. So I don't know what happens if you get caught, because I told them that my mom was staying and we paid for every night that she was there, so I did it properly. But I know people who haven't, some have been caught, some haven't. I don't know what the consequences are if you get caught. But yeah, downside of Alfie was the single bed, having to pay for guests, and again having to rely on buses. So here I can have guests stay all I want. I have a double bed, I have a dishwasher, I have a dryer, I have a balcony. I'm so spoiled. I'm so sad that I'm gonna be leaving soon. I have accepted that when I move I might not have the luxuries that I do now. I think I do know where I'm moving. It's not like 100% certain. I need to speak to the girls who live there and the landlord, but I think I found a place. It's not as good as this place, but it does have a dishwasher and it does have a balcony. It just doesn't have the dryer. So I'm not gonna be that spoiled, but it makes a huge difference if you move out of the residences to have like a proper bed, because like obviously in Alfie it was a single bed, in La Boiserie it was a single bed, in Montrevan on my last contract it was a double bed, but it was like a sofa bed, so it wasn't the comfiest. So like having a proper bed in your own apartment is nice. Having like a full-size kitchen, an oven, a dishwasher. Obviously not everywhere has a dishwasher, but quite a few apartments that I've seen do have dishwashers. Having a washing machine in the apartment is so good, because sometimes it's a nightmare doing your laundry in the residences, because like there's only a certain number of washing machines for like however many apartments are in the building, so it can be a bit of a nightmare. Sometimes the machines break, and yeah, so you have to wait ages. And like laundry is like laundry day, like you spend your day off doing it, or like a whole evening, whereas like here I can just stick it on and I'm like still in my apartment and it doesn't really make a difference. I actually have a wash on now. Well, it's finished, I need to take it out. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I have a lot more videos to come. I don't have too many planned for in Paris. Let me know if you would want to see some of my time in Paris. I can definitely film like days in Paris, days around this area, Disney days if you want to see those. Not that I ever go in the parks, but I can go in the parks if you would like to see that. So let me know if you would like to see any content of my life actually in Paris. I could do like weekly vlogs or something, but yeah, I'm gonna make that do for this video. I rambled on for so long, so I'm sorry. I hope that this has been helpful. If you're moving to Disney, to see some of the accommodation that you can have. Obviously this apartment is not going to be available when you come, but it gives you an idea of like the size and sort of spaces that you can find in the area. So yeah, if you want to look at another Disney accommodation, I'll link up my old video from my last contract. I I had a bad experience moving in there, but that accommodation is now a lot nicer. Like, they've redone it, they've painted it. It looks a lot nicer. It's still like all the same layout and everything, so like that video is still relevant, but it's got a lot more storage and it's painted now as well, so keep that in mind when you watch that video. But yeah, I'm gonna make that do for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye! So then, just to finish the video, I'm going to show you a little montage of the rest of my life since June last year, since I've been living in Paris. I've had such a lovely time here. The time has absolutely flown by. It's absolutely crazy. I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you next time. Bye!